If you follow me on LinkedIn or if you are connected to me on LinkedIn and Facebook, you would have noticed that I shared a snippet of this tutorial there. So these are credit card information here. This is the credit card numbers here, and this is their CCV numbers here. So how did I get this information? So let us look at what we can do to have information like this. Take note, this tutorial is meant only for educational purposes. So without wasting much time, let us begin. Now, we are going to access the Metasploit table from the comfort of our Kali Linux. And in this case, we want to use the MySQL database. So we are going to be connecting through port 3306. And we are going to use just one command line. And here is the command line here. Now, if you look at in front of you here, you will see that the first thing we have here is MySQL. MySQL stands for my structured query language. Structured query language refers to a database whereby every developer out there builds his website or does his activities on it. Now, first of all, what is a database? A database is like a digital room that stores information. Now, what do I mean? In IT sense or in IT terms, a database is just a digital technology or a system that keeps information like credit card numbers, customer support tickets, passwords, pictures, and other related usernames in an organized manner. Take note, I reiterate, in an organized manner. So, in this case, the database which we want to access this credit card information is found or is called the MySQL database, which you see highlighted here. Now, the next thing in this command line is dash dash user is equal to root. What are we saying here? What I mean here is that I am simply telling the MySQL database that the user that is going to be connected or that is going to be connecting to the server in this case is or his username is root, meaning that I want to connect to the Metasploit table here. This is our victim. Our victim here is the Metasploit table, and his IP address is, if I type if config, this is the IP address. The IP address of the Metasploit table is 192.168.40.130. So if I come here, the username that wants to connect to this Metasploit table here remotely is his name is root. So now, out of that, now what is the database we want to connect to, or what is the target? The target here, we are referring to it as the host, and the host name here is the IP address of the Metasploit table here. So we are telling this command line here that, hey, you know what? I want to connect to the Metasploit table from the comfort of another machine. In our case here is Kali Linux. And the name of this Metasploit table is, or the IP address that is accorded to this Metasploit table is 192.168.40.130. Now that we have this information, the next thing we will want to do or want to know is, are there security protocols protecting our host? Are there some security measures we want to bypass so as to be able to get the credit card information which I initially labeled or showed in front of you here? Of course, there are security protocols. The security protocol which we want to skip here is what we call secure socket layer. Socket layer is a protocol which helps, or is a security measure which helps to protect and encrypt data while it is addressed. It helps to encrypt the credit card information which I just displayed in front of you. So we are telling this command line that, please, when you meet this security protocol, when you meet this security guard, like in the case of maybe you want to visit a company and there is a security guard in front of you, and you want to bypass this security guard, use skip secure socket layer. Now that we have known this information, the next thing we would like to do is simple, just to hit enter. If I hit enter like this, it tells me that I am already in the MySQL software or database. So the next thing I'm going to be doing here is, like, now that I am in this digital room, I want to know if there is a shelf there, and if there is a closet there with clothes or with trousers and all of that. So what do? I am just going to say show databases like this, and I hit a semicolon and I hit enter like this. Now it tells me that yes, in this room there is actually a closet, and in this closet we have, for example, maybe trousers arranged in one part, we have maybe socks arranged in one part, we have t-shirts arranged, and all of that. So now you are going to be choosing which part you want to use. In our own case here, we have information and schema, we have Metasploit, but we are going to be exploiting the OWASP top 10, which is a series of vulnerabilities that is brought together by researchers to keep us aware of the weaknesses of security systems all around the world. So what we are going to be doing here is we will simply say use OWASP 10, and I put a semicolon like this and I hit enter. When I hit enter, it tells me that yes, actually we are in the MySQL database, and the option or the part of the MySQL database or the part of the room where we are found is the OWASP 10 part. So now that we are already in this room, we are going to be telling this part of the closet that show me tables, show me what you have. What do you have in this part of the closet? If I hit enter like this, it shows the table. It shows the things that are found in the OWASP functionality, or in the OWASP option. And you can now see here that we have accounts, we have block tables, we have captured data, we have credit card information here. This is the option which I just displayed in front of you before starting this tutorial. But let us not go there. Let us say select everything from this database, select everything from these accounts. I want to access the accounts there to see what is found inside. I want to see what is found inside, and make sure you always put your semicolon like this. If I hit enter, look at it, my friends. What we are seeing here, look at what you see in front of you. This is juicy information in the hands of the bad guys. So what you are seeing here, you are seeing admin, an administrator. You are seeing that his password is admin pass, and that the signature is this. So what is it telling us here? These are just usernames and these are passwords. Now, I am going to take a break here and to explain certain things here. One security measure you have to understand here is that do not set passwords like monkey. These are common password. Do not set a password like password. Look, this is an employee in this organization and his password is password. The question now is how many people here have passwords as password? Look at a ton of them. They have their password is password. This is a bad security practice. So let us continue. Now that you have had information like this, the attacker now can now use this information and log uh, into this organization's system and begin to cause havoc. Look at the administrator here. This is his password here, meaning that if the attacker now has information like this, he is going to log into the organization's system, and then he will not only log in, but he will elevate his privileges and then begin to do things that maybe employees like John, Jeremy, Breeze may have not been able to perform in this organization for a very long time. This is called hierarchy. So now we can now move out of this. If you want to see like credit card information, you can say use the OWASP top 10, or you can just say show tables again. Show tables, and you hit enter like this. We are back to where we had the credit card information here. Now that we have this credit card information, guys, we want to access the credit card information which I displayed in front of you. So if I say select, in caps, select everything, this asterisk sign is called everything, or select all from this database or from the credit card information, credit underscore cards with an S, please take note, it is case sensitive. Copy it like this, write it like this, and then don't forget your semicolon and you hit enter. Guys, we are here. This is now credit card information here in the hands of the attacker. The question you are asking this organization now is, did you encrypt your data? Did you practice obfuscation? Did you mask your data? Are you making sure that people that are supposed to access information like this are the right people? Remember that the three fundamental principles of cybersecurity are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So you want to make sure that information like this, credit card information, is confidential. That is why it has to be encrypted. You want to make sure that the integrity of this organization is kept intact. Because if information like this is kept or is held by an attacker, what happens is that it does not only go to ruin the individual that has this information, but it ruins the reputation of this organization. So, guys, this is just what this tutorial is all about. So, what is the take home message here? The first thing you have to understand is that as a security administrator, the first thing we saw is that the user name there was equated to root. Whenever you buy an application, please make sure that you change the default credentials and put or customize it to your own credentials. What I mean here in the layman sense of reasoning is that when you buy an application, you change the original password which that application came with and put your own password. Make sure that you put complex passwords. Another security activity or security measure which you may like to consider is to make sure that you carry out daily patching and system updates to make sure that your softwares are up to date and running. So this is just a snippet of the cybersecurity attacks which the bad guys use to attack systems. To beat the bad guys, you must learn what they do and be one step ahead of them. Stay blessed, stay safe. I am Banakengium, your penetration tester, ethical hacker, and a CompTIA Security Plus certified. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Ciao.